Hello, welcome to Boardgames with Niramas. Today it's time for a run-through of the game Trajan. Trajan is designed by Stefan Feld and it's published by Ammonite. And it's all about the Roman Empire. We are sort of Senate members or a nobleman or something, I would say. We're trying to work our way up in different ways. We could focus on the military campaign and improve our military strength in order to be the best general out there. We could build a lot of buildings and sort of build up Rome, build all of these kind of statues and houses and so on. We could go to the harbor and be tradesmen, sell goods and so on. We could also go to the forum here. Forum, you can get different kinds of bonus tiles. Then we have a Senate track down here, so whoever is in the lead on the Senate track at the end of the sort of a quarter of the game is going to get one of these bonus tiles that will increase our points, because this game is all about points. You get points in all the ways you can imagine. There's pretty much this is pretty much it for the main board and the game. Down here we have a little neat system where, depending on how many players we are, we're going to have sort of, well, it's not going to be a longer game with more players. It's sort of balanced. So let's say in a 2-player game, we're going to start here, and depending on how many actions we do, or sort of how far we go with our actions, I'm going to explain that in just a second. Then we're going to move this marker, and every time we move it around, well, every 4 times we go around here, we go through 1 quarter, and the game lasts for 4 quarters of a year, sort of. So let's start with taking a look at our player board, because this is where the real magic happens. I think I'm going to demonstrate over here at Draco's side. It's easier for you to see. So let's see here. We have this little rondell system, 6 bowls with these little colored, I don't know what they are really, blocks in them. And so, how to do something in this game, you're going to move these around in a clockwise order, and wherever you land, because as you can see here, there are 6 different actions in the game. Wherever you land, that's the action that you're going to take. And I'm not going to go into too much of explanation. I'm just trying to get the game going so you can see how it plays, but I'll just focus a little bit on this because it's quite important. It's sort of the bloodline of the game. So let's say I would like to do a building action, which is this hammer. Then I could start over here. I have 2 markers, and so I will get over there, and I have to drop 1 on the way. So I have to go like this, 1 and 2. And so now, because I landed here, I get to do this action here, which is the building action. But the next time it's my turn, then I have 3 here, right? So then I could go 1, 2, 3 and do the forum action, which would look like this: 1, 2, 3. So, and then I would have 4 here. So then I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is how the system works. It's not that hard to explain actually, but it's quite hard to perform it in the most efficient way, because that's what you're looking for. Trying to get the best way to sort of plan 2 or 3 or 4 steps ahead, so you know that I'm going to go there, and then it's going to be that many markers there, and then I can go there and so on. Alright, so that's enough about that. And of course this is called Trajan. We have this little arc here which sort of represents the Emperor Trajan, and how much he likes us. And if he likes us, he's going to give us these favor tiles. And the way to sort of make him like us is just to do the Trajan action, which is go over here, and then we can get one of his favors, one of these. So let's say I take this one here, it's 9 points when I fulfill it. Then Draco would put it down where the arc is here. So we remove it like that. We'll put the arc in clockwise order on the next empty space, which will be over here. Now there's 2 yellow markers there, right? So he needs to get both of his 2 yellows into that bowl. And once they are there, like, so let's say they were like this, and let's say Draco had like this, and he went 1, 2, 2. So he will land in that bowl that had those 2 yellow matching the bonus tile, or the Trajan tile. Then that would activate first of all. He would get that tile, he would get 9 points, and then he would get to do the action here, which is the shipping action. So that's just an example on how it could work. There's a bunch of these. They are in categories, so sort of here's just points. There we have some needs for the people, because the people are going to have needs every quarter as well, so we'll get into that soon. Here you can get some cards. Here we get some worker to the worker camp, to the carpenters, and also some these workers or meeples, they can be used either as legionnaires, as soldiers, or as carpenters, depending on where they are. And there's a +2, which is sort of bonus tile that you will see later on. Alright, so that was sort of 5 minutes of quick explanation. Now let's get into the game. And I will be the first player, and so I have my red army over here. Sort of, we got some cards to begin with. Have some goods. And so we get some Trajan tiles and so on. Alright, so let's say the first thing I would like to do here, let's say I think I would go, first of all, I would go 1 and 2. And since I land here, and now I have a pink and a white here, then I fulfill this Trajan tile demand, and I get 4 points right away. That's the symbol for points. And I get a +2, and then we'll start showing you how that works. So I will have to place my +2 somewhere down here. I have all the 6 actions here, and I can place this somewhere. Where I place it, it's going to stay for the rest of the game. So let's say I would put it down here, because I think I will do a lot of Senate actions. And once I get some bonus tiles from the forum over here, like this one, then I would, if I go to the forum, I would take this, I would put it down here, and this is a one-time use. And since I have +2 there, the next time I do a Senate action, I can spend this one to do +2, so I would do 3 Senate actions at once. If I didn't have the +2 there, it would be +1, so then I would do 2 actions instead of 1. So it's still good, but you want to get those +2 where you think you're going to focus for the rest of the game. And there's also, like this one here, is a wild card for the special action tiles, or the bonus action tiles. So with this one, I could take it, and I can do either any of these 6 actions 1 extra time when I do it. Alright, so that was my turn. Almost. I went there, and now I also landed on the Senate. So now I will do a Senate action, which is just move my pawn up here. I get 2 points instantly. You get a lot of points in this game from anywhere. whatever you do, you get some points. So, and now also I have 2 votes, as you can see down here. So I have 2 votes for the Senate. If this is the end result for this quarter of a year, then I would win the Senate, and I would get to choose one of these tiles. Like this one is 2 points at the end of the game for every legionnaire I have out in the world fighting. And Draco would then have to get this one, and he would switch it over, and it would be worth 2 instead of 3 for every card with fruit and oil lamps he has. Now in a 4-player game, which I recommend you to play this game as, it works as a 2-player game as well, but I think 3 or 4 is better. And as a 4-player game, of course, there's still only 2 here, so 2 people are going to be left out, which makes it a lot more dynamic, as it usually is with 4 players instead of 2. Okay, so that was my turn. Now it's Draco's turn. Let's see what he's going to do. So he's going to move his markers here as well. And if we take it a bit slow here, let's see. Here he has a white, right, and an orange. He needs green and white to fulfill the Trajan tile. So he could go from here 1, 2, and now he has both the green and the white there, and he landed there. So then this one is fulfilled. He gets 1 point, but he gets this torch, or this Olympic Games, I think it's represent, and he will put it here. So now he always sort of produce 1 Olympic game, because let's get into that a bit quick here. So yeah, I forgot about this as well. I forget about this even when I play with my friends. So I went 2 steps. That would mean this one go 2, and now Draco went 2 steps. So 1, 2. That's how the game sort of will end in the after we went, when we get through 1 round here, 1 laps, then we're going to reveal one of the needs of the people from this pile. It could be bread, well, as you see here, it could be bread, it could be Olympic Games, or it could be gladiator games. If we don't fulfill these needs, because there's going to be 3 of them, and then the quarter ends, and then they want to have these things, and if we don't provide them, well, here we have, if we miss out on 1, it's -4 points, -9 for 2, and -15 for 3. So it's quite rough there. You really need to pay attention to what the people wants and needs. Right, and then Draco, he landed here on the forum action. So he's going to do the forum action. So let's see, what does he want? I mean, he could take a bread here, but he doesn't know if they want bread, because that's randomized in that pile. I think what he's going to do is he's going to take one of these forum tiles, and he can actually use it right away, because now he has the forum tile down here. So now he has it here, and that means he can do +1 action if he spends it, which he will do right away, and now he can do another forum action. And I'm not sure, to be honest, if he can keep doing this by taking another one, but never mind, he just did that to thin this out, so there's not that much stuff left for me, and to show you, of course. What he's going to take is this green wild tile. So this means that regardless of what the people wants, he can provide one of them. So he will put it down here on his board where there's a place for it, and so now he can actually provide 1 Olympic game and 1 of anything. Maybe they want 2 Olympic games, we don't know. We'll have to see when they start showing their needs. Alright, so that was Draco's turn, and now it's back to me. And now I have to figure out where do I want to go here. Well, here I want to get a yellow and a green, and over here I need a blue and a white. Alright, so let's say I can just start setting it up like this. I could go 1, 2, because it's important what you drop and on the way as well, because now I dropped the blue one here where I need a blue one later on, so I'm setting myself up for that. And I went 2 spaces, this little marker here goes 2 spaces, and so now I'm going to do the military action, the helmet. And we take a look over here at the military, and so now I have 2 different, or actually 3 different actions I could do, but I can only do 2 of them right now. One is I could put one of my guys into the military camp, so then I would have another legionnaire there. 2 is I could move my general 1 step, it has to be adjacent. And 3, if my general was already here, then I could send my legionnaire to him, and then I would score the points showing here. And then the legionnaire will be stuck here for the rest of the game. The general can keep moving around and so on. But I will move my general, that's the only real, well, it's the best thing I can do right now. So I'm going to move him in here, and so when I do that, I get the tile laying here, so I get some bread. And now I just hope that bread is one of the needs of the people for this quarter of a year. If it's not, then I can just keep the bread anyway, so it's always good to have. They're going to want bread sooner or later. I mean, everyone gets hungry, right? Alright, so then let's go to Draco's turn, and what does he want to do? He needs to get the green over here, but he also needs to get the green over here. So that's not a bad move. He could go, oh, the orc should actually be here, because he hasn't gotten any. That was just me showing how the game works. Right, so let's see, he would go 1, and now he has the green and pink here, but he didn't land here, so that doesn't activate right now. But he's set up, he can land there later on, and this one goes over here, so that's 2 steps. I move the white marker over here out of camera, just so I keep track of when the game is progressing. And so he landed on the Trajan action. So we take a look over at the Trajan tiles here, and he can choose anyone he wants. He can't look in the piles, he just has to take one of those at the top. What does he want? Well, I think he wants this one, because if he gets it, if he completes it, he will have the gladiator show all the time. And you can have one of these each, these 3. So if he gets this one, then he only needs to have the bread one as well, and he's sort of covered for a lot of the needs. And now this one goes under his arc, and the arc moves clockwise to the next available space. So now we need to get pink and green here. He already has pink there, so he's on his way. Alright, so that was Draco. Back to me. Let's see, I want to keep working on 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I could do that. Alright, so I go 1, 2, I make sure I drop the green one there because I need the green for that bonus tile. And 3, and we will go 1, 2, 3. And first thing that happens is we got to the arrow here, so we will reveal one of the needs of the people, and let's see what they want. They want the Olympic Games. Alright, so Draco already has, as you remember, he already has 1 cover, so for now he's good. I don't have one though, I only have a piece of bread over here, so I'll need to get some Olympic Games. And so I will do my action, and I went to the shipping, so I will do the shipping action. And I will go to the harbor, and at the harbor you can do a few different things. We have this pile, this deck here of cards with 2 different discard piles. These are discard piles, these are Draco's cards. Let's have them at the side here. So let's see. Either I could take one of the discarded cards. That's my whole turn now, because I see what they are, so I could choose one of them, and then a new one would pop up from the deck. Or I could take 2 cards from the face down, and I get to choose. Well, then I have to discard 1 card. It doesn't have to be one of those 2 I took. It could be one of my others, but I have to discard one of them, so I only get 1 card that way also. But I get some options that way. Or I could put my cards on display, as it's called. If we take a look over here at my side, I could take 1 or 2 cards and I could put them out like this. They are on display. They are stuck there for the rest of the game. And the thing why we would do that is because, let's say I get, I started, everyone starts with the bonus tile. I started with this one, so I get 3 points for the slaves, here the chains, and I get 3 points for diamonds. So that is at the end of the game if they are on display here, not if they are in my hand. So I want to put them out here, of course, but I don't have chains, I don't have diamonds. But that's one of the actions I could do. If I could put 1 or 2 here, and then I would get to draw the same amount from the face down stack, which is not. I think that's the best action actually, or it feels best like the best action because you get to do a lot. Or the 4th action of shipping is I could go to the harbor and sell cards. We take a look at the boat here, like this one. It is, as we can see here, they have to be different cards. If I sell 1 card, I would get 2 points. If I sell 4 different cards, I get 8 points. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell 3 different cards, so I will get 6 points. And this one flips over, so now until the end of this quarter, it's quite bad to go and sell there. And so those that I sold will go on the display here, so I will put them out. And now hopefully later on I can find a bonus tile by going in the Senate that will match these, so I can get points for them at the end also. So that was my shipping action, and now it's time for Draco. Let's see, what can you do? I mean, when you play this game and when you have 1 player per board, then you can of course plan your move ahead while it's the other player's turn, so you're ready or to do what you're going to do. But of course it goes a bit slower when I'm playing like this with Draco. He can't really move these little pieces with his arms, you know. Alright, so let's say I think he will do like this. 1, 2, because he wants to have the green there, and 3, and now he will do a shipping action as well. And I think he will do because he has a diamond already, and he can see that I like the diamonds for points, and you get more if you sell pairs. There's 2 other boats there I didn't explain, but it's pairs and it's sort of 3 of a kind or 4 of a kind. So he will grab the diamonds here just to take it away from me, but also so he has a pair that we can sell them later on, and we get a new discard pile. That's another diamond. All right. So that was Draco's shipping turn, and of course he went 3 steps. I keep forgetting this guy down here. And I went 3 steps as well, right? Yeah. No, that's when we did. Yeah, all right. I don't know why, but it's so hard to remember this. You have to sort of help each other out if you're more players playing. Tell me, Draco. Yeah. All right. So let's see. It's my turn. What do I want to do? Yeah, I will do this. 1. I'll drop a yellow here. Well, you can put them in the middle here. It's a good way to see what you're going to do. 2 and 3, and as you can see now, the yellow and the green are here, so I'm set up to complete this one. And over here I get the blue and the white, so I will complete this tile right away. And that means I get 5 points. And I get one guy sent to the military camp. So I'm setting up for the future here. And I also landed, of course, on a forum, so I will do the forum action here. And let's see, I think, yeah, now I want the Senate bonus action, because remember I have the +2 for Senate. So if I go to the Senate now, I will be able to do 3 actions in just 1 turn. That's really good. And so it's Draco's turn. And he's set up. He's going to go just... What did I... Yeah, I went 3, so 1, 2, 3 with the white one here. I keep forgetting. He's going to go 1 step, and that means he will do the shipping. But first of all, he has a pink and a green here, so he gets this one built. So that's 1 point, and now he's also producing gladiator games every round or every quarter of year. And so this time when he does the shipping, well, actually he should... I mean, I don't think you should be playing just to block the other one. He's going to take this diamond as well, because now he has 3 of a kind. And let's take a look at that. So if he goes selling the next time he goes there, then he can sell 3 of a kind over. This is pairs. So if he sells 3 of a kind, he gets 12 points. If he gets 4 of a kind, he gets 20 points. So that could be something for him to save up for and get 4 of those diamonds. Alright, so that was Draco's turn. Now it's my turn. I don't really have any good move that I can see. Yeah, I'm going to go 1, 2 to do the Senate action. I will use my Senate bonus tile, and now I get to do 3 Senate actions as once. So I will go 1, 2, 3, so I will get 3 plus 4 plus 5, so I will get 12 points. I'm just way ahead here in points, all the way over there, but it doesn't really matter for Draco, because once he gets some things done, you know, it starts balancing out. So yeah, some actions give you points right away, and some give you in the long run. So that was my action, and I went... Why do I keep forgetting? I went 2. Sorry. Right, now it's Draco's turn. Now he wants to get a green and a white over here. Green and a pink there. So yeah, let's do that. But he doesn't want to do a Senate action really, because I mean, I'm so far ahead on the Senate. He's not going to go for that this round. 1, 2, 3. No, I think he will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 steps, and he's setting up here for the green, he's setting up here for the white. So that was 5, and he's on the building. So building action. So he's going to do that. And on the building you can either put one of your guys out here in the village camp and he becomes a builder or carpenter, or you could take one of these and build something. And I think Draco will do that. He's going to build... Yeah, he's going to build this door here, or whatever, open door. And so he will score 4 points right away. Then he will place this down here on his board, on the indicated space. And so here it's sort of set collection. You want to have 3 or 4 of these. If you have 3, you get 10 points at the end. If you have 4, you get 20 points. So you want to gather as many of these as you can. I think there's 4 of them each. But there's also wild cards. So the first time you put a tile down here, you get to do the bonus action that's under here. So he gets to do the military as well right away. And that's the sort of chain reaction there, which is quite nice. So he's doing the military, and now I think... yeah, he's going to go over here. He gets another Olympic game. He probably will need sooner or later. And since he went 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we get to know another need of the people, and they want gladiator games. So that's good for Draco. He has both of that covered. I don't have any of those covered. I only have a piece of bread. So Draco has it here, but I need to start working on getting those demands of the people filled. But let's see, that's 25 minutes. I think I will take a break, and so when I get back I will finish this quarter of the year, so you get to see how that works. So we're going to keep building buildings, expanding our military. We're going to go to the harbor to sell things. We're going to figure out smart moves on the rondell system, hopefully. And so thank you for watching this part 1, and please like the video, subscribe to the channel please, and go over to the part 2 up here. If you hit the little eye there, you can go straight to the part 2 video. So thank you for watching, and I will see you soon in part 2.